Hi everyone, welcome to another macro video where I'll be discussing several species I captured at the local nature reserve. I'll be doing more live vlogs as well, but I hope you still enjoy these kind of informative videos on interesting creatures that exist in our very own backyards. Before jumping to the images, I'd like to give a shout out to a fellow YouTuber who was kind enough to mention my channel in a video of his a while ago. His name is Phil Thach and he has a photography channel with a wide range of genres he likes to explore, which includes wildlife photography, bird photography, landscape photography, portrait photography, and many more. I can highly recommend his channel. He regularly uploads and he shoots quite a bit with his sidekick, another talented photographer, Heather Boyd. So please go and check out his channel and support him. Thanks for that, and let's have a look at those shots now. I've spotted some sort of plant hopper, leaf hopper, something like this. I had to go around because it moved a little bit, and now it's back on this side again. Every time it sees me, it just moves to the other side of this loose bark. It's not cooperative enough. Oh, there's another one here. That looks even more fancy. So many of these around. It's crazy. This one has really long spikes on its abdomen. This first species that I captured belongs to the genus Platybrachus. Plant hoppers such as this one are sexually dimorphic, which means the male and the female look different. They can usually be found resting on tree trunks of host plants such as eucalyptus or acacia. They are very difficult to spot normally because they are extremely well camouflaged, as you can see. The colors and the patterns blending quite well with the background. When you approach them, they will walk to other spots, either up and down or sideways, and then stop moving. If you try to get even closer or touch them, they often jump with a tick sound and fly away. Wow, it's so crazy. Weird movements. It's actually moving backwards. What is this? A large crane fly. Ooh, I have to bump up the ice on this to quite a bit, even though I'm using full flash. There's not enough light here. This cranefly that I captured most likely belongs to the genus Helios. Craneflies look like giant mosquitoes with their long skinny legs and long wings, but are quite harmless and do not bite, sting or suck blood. What's really fascinating about them is that their larvae can live up to a year, but adults only a few days or weeks. There's another one here. What's going on? There's so much action on this trunk. Wow. Wish I had brought my water with me. I'm parched. This is another plant hopper species I captured, but I could only narrow down the identification to subfamily level. Did you know that both plant hopper adults and nymphs feed by sucking sap from plants? The nymphs can also produce copious quantities of honeydew on which sooty mold often grows. Sooty mold is a condition caused by the growth of several different kinds of fungi that feed on the honeydew secretions left behind by insects on plants and other surfaces. From this lower angle, you can have a closer look at those beautiful translucent wings. Wow, and that is a massive St. Andrews cross spider. I actually managed to misidentify this species, as it turned out to be a beautiful enameled spider which belonged to the same orb-weaver family. This species is a relatively common spider in Australia. The abdomen has an enameled appearance which varies in different parts of the country. In some areas, different forms appear side by side. Some are a pure jade color. It hunts in its web at night and often retreats to surrounding vegetation in the day. Their prey is small flying insects caught in a sloping orb web around 1 meter above ground level. Alright, let's search for something else, something new. There's a wasp here, so tiny. It's definitely a parasitic wasp. Once again, I was only able to narrow the identification down to subfamily for this ichneumoniid parasitoid wasp. These wasps are small, slender, black and brown insects with a laterally compressed abdomen. These tiny wasps are endoparasitoids, mainly of butterflies, sawflies, and sometimes even beetles. Most attack weakly concealed larval hosts of early instars. Most species are solitary, but some are gregarious, with multiple parasitoid larvae emerging from the same host. Some members of this subfamily possess poly-DNA viruses, which are injected into the host during oviposition. If you want to learn more about parasitoid wasps, then feel free to check out another video of mine in which I focus on an amazing braconid wasp with some fascinating characteristics. It's moving around quite quickly. Unbelievable, gorgeous. Hopefully I got a couple of shots that are good enough. I spent about 3 more hours trying to capture honey brown beetles at this location. I was mainly trying to get decent images just at the right moment before they take off with their wings fully deployed. I think you might enjoy that upload as well, so feel free to check it out. I will leave a link in the description. In the last part of this video, I'll be showing you 5 more species, so don't go anywhere, especially because I left a series of shots last that I think you will find fascinating. These first 2 shots are of a Trigonospila, which is a small genus of true flies. Trigonospila are strikingly patterned flies, primarily black with pearly whitish to golden transverse bars on the thorax and abdomen. This genus consists of parasitoid species of other arthropods, however host records are quite sparse. Some species are used for pest control. For example, the species, whose name I'm not gonna try to pronounce, has been deployed in New Zealand as a biocontrol agent of a number of agricultural pests, including the light brown apple moth. In the next couple of shots, you can see a tiny female bronze hopper jumping spider. I'm not 100% sure of the ID though, so I stand corrected if I'm wrong. It's crazy how easily some of these jumping spiders can take down much larger prey. On the other side of the blade, in this second shot, I think there is some sort of cocoon opposite the spider. It looked quite interesting. These next 2 images are of a couple of slender ringtails, which are Australian damselflies. They are usually active through spring to autumn near lakes, slow-flowing rivers and nearby vegetation. When damselflies mate, they join together in the wheel position and commonly fly in tandem this way. Afterward, the male will usually remain attached to the female as she lays eggs, which you can see in these 2 shots as well. When doing so, he retains his grip on the front portion of the female's thorax using claspers located at the tip of his abdomen. The next 3 portraits are of another beautiful damselfly, a wandering ringtail. This species is found across eastern Australia and is a medium to large-sized damselfly. The males are light blue and black. I have spotted many of them at the local wetlands. I'm quite fond of these 3 images that I'll be showing you now, as I actually managed to capture 2 species at once. The aforementioned wandering ringtail was photobombed in these frames by the tiny bee that most likely belongs to the genus called Euryglossa. This genus is endemic to Australia and belong to the family Collatidae, which is often referred to as plasterer bees due to the method of smoothing the walls of their nest cells with secretions applied with their mouthparts. These secretions dry into a cellophane-like lining. They can be found all over the world, but the most species live in South America and Australia. Over 50% of all bee species living in Australia belong to this family. In the last 4 images, you can see 5 males right next to each other, resting on a small twig. They look so adorable. This genus of bees lack the external pollen-carrying apparatus called the scopa that otherwise characterizes most bees, and instead carry the pollen in their crops, which is essentially the honey stomach or honey sac, a specialized part of the foregut. This is it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any kind of feedback, then get in touch, leave a comment down below. Let me know which image was your favorite. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. Thank you so much, and see you guys very soon in the next one.